New details about the American volunteer who gave his life fighting the Russians as top U.S. officials pledge to give Ukraine whatever it needs for the fight. Chief Foreign Correspondent Ian Pannell is on the scene in Ukraine. Good morning, Ian.
Yeah, George, good morning. We're in the town of Borova with war crimes investigators. This area was occupied by the Russians until recently. Now the Ukrainians are in charge and they're gathering intelligence of allegations of torture and executions. This as Russia launches yet more attacks on innocent Ukrainians around the country.
Overnight, Russian forces shelling the southern city of Mykolaiv. Emergency workers rescuing an 11-year-old boy from beneath the rubble, where officials say he was trapped for over 6 hours. This comes as the State Department confirming another American citizen has died while fighting for Ukraine. Dane Partridge of Idaho reportedly killed in the eastern Donbas region, an Iraqi war veteran leaving behind 5 children.
He had a spiritual conviction that he couldn't deny, and so he followed it and he went valiantly.
Overnight, his sister Jenny Partridge Corey paying tribute to her brother, speaking exclusively with ABC News.
The only thing that he communicated was that the fighting conditions was more than what he had seen in Iraq.
On the ground, Russia relentlessly bombarding towns and cities, hitting civilian infrastructure. Russia accused of deliberately destroying everything in its path.
For so many Ukrainian towns and villages, this is what liberation looks like. Most of the population has fled, and for the few people who are left behind, this is all that's left of what they used to call home.
The recent attacks, Putin's retaliation for a blast on a critical bridge linking Russia to Crimea. Now the Kremlin announcing the arrest of 8 people in connection with the blast, including 4 Russians. And during the meeting at NATO, Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff's General Mark Milley reiterating U.S. commitment to Ukraine while addressing possible Russian war crimes.
They have targeted the elderly, the women, and the children of Ukraine. Indiscriminate and deliberate attacks on civilians, targets, is a war crime in the international rules of war.
Meanwhile, in New York, the United Nations voting overwhelmingly to condemn Russia's attempted illegal annexation of parts of Ukraine. Over 140 nations voting in favour. There were some notable abstentions, including China and India, but this was by far the strongest condemnation of Russian actions here in Ukraine. George?
Ian Pannell, thanks.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.